All right, what else is going on? Because I know y'all had wanted me to talk about dates. I was trying to see what else is going on. So I did, and I posted this on my community page here on YouTube. Let me see if the Jasmine brand posted
80% of women that probably need.
Shut up, Nick. Okay, here it is. Let's
as someone that's been on the show for a while, how concerned are you and other veterans of the show about ratings? Do you guys care at all, or do you guys pay attention?
You know, we don't really pay attention in what the audience.
That's not what I want to talk about.
We're the only audience.
I want to hear what you gotta say.
We have the only audience that really pays attention to our ratings instead of just watching the show, which is very bizarre.
I don't pay attention.
Like they think that they're producers, which is so funny because they're so invested, and we love that our fan base is so strong and so invested. However, what they don't see is across the board ratings are going down because people are watching it digitally instead, like on their devices and downloading
about
them.
It. Tell them, Kenya.
And so our numbers for our like +3s and our +7s are through the roof. So they're in the millions, whereas you guys you're not privy to those numbers. You know, so it's interesting. Our ratings are fine. It's just the live ratings across all TV are down.
I mean, I would agree with that absolutely. Where is it at? Let's see. I want to see the one that I posted. Did they not post it over here? And they only posted it on YouTube? Let me see.
How would you grade this season thus far?
Yeah, no, that's not what I want. Okay. All right, y'all, hold up. I'm just gonna go to my community page because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. I got it for y'all. I got it.
Hurt, but she took the time to withhold information from the cast that could possibly help keep us safe, but was happy to release details interviews. #fake. Can you clarify what you meant by that? Or what?
Yeah, so she had sent in a text message to all of us that it happened. So then I asked in that same thread, asked everyone to get on a conference call, schedule a conference call so that we all can talk about what happened, or share our experiences on how to keep one another safe. I had a security expert that I had scheduled for the call. And so that, because it seemed as though Candy had an issue with a potential break-in, and then Marlo, and then Drew like a few weeks after that. So it seemed like it was, you know, us being targeted, if you will. So that was my thing about us being safe. So if you have some additional information that you can share, you should share it, because this is a group that, whether we like it or not, we're all on television together and we are the housewives. Okay. So if you had additional information, initially she said she couldn't share, and then somehow she shared it with the world before she shared it with us. So that was what I was speaking
to. Okay, girl. Can you hear me? Okay, girl, I'm back. All right. So I had to go close my door, y'all. I'm sorry. So let's rewind and sit it right there, and then do it like that. Courtney, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Bondy, I'm late to the live, but did you talk about the movie? Nope. If not, will you? Also, you look beautiful on the night of your performance. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll kick it poetical for y'all at the end of this. So let me just say this. I am here for Kenya this season. Anybody that's been watching me for a long time know that I was a fan. I'm going to just lay it out for y'all if you don't know. When Kenya first came on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was extremely excited because I love Kenya, okay? Like, as an actress, I always loved whenever I would see Kenya pop up and do a cameo on TV shows or be in a movie, like, because she was just always the brown-skinned, beautiful girl. And because of that, she always reminded me of my mother. My mother was Miss New Orleans and would do pageants, you know, in that way, because she was a very beautiful brown-skinned woman. And my mama used to wear them gray contacts back in the day, bitch. But that was when it was popping. Okay, this was like in the 70s and the 80s. Don't be judging my mama. But anyway, okay. You know, like, I grew up loving Kenya, okay? And so when she got on Real Housewives of Atlanta and committed to being the villain, that shit irked my spirit. Like, it bothered me, and she did things in every season that made me not like her. Okay, Kim Fields, the shit with Portia. You know, there've just been things over the years that I feel like has been annoying as fuck, that made me not be a fan of her on this show. Somewhere along the lines, I think probably in the last few seasons, I want to say the last 3 seasons, I feel like I've started, the cookie lady shit pissed me off. That shit was terrible. How she did Kim Fields was terrible. Like, there've just been a few times it's like, damn, Kenya. But I recognize that Kim, I'm sorry, the shit with Drew, I didn't like that. The shit with Kenya is doing her job. Like, I get it, okay? But I also didn't like the fact that she would go along with it. And I feel like it's because we were seeing a real portion of Kenya. In Tammy was on Carlo's show, and I didn't listen to the podcast, y'all, but I heard DJ Richie Scott talking about it. And he was basically saying that Tammy was saying that she would just become an exaggerated version of herself during scenes where they were putting on for the camera so that they can give y'all this, you know, this villain role that they wanted to play on the show. This is when you figure it out. Tammy was talking about this. So Kenya, I feel like, understood the assignment in that way as well. But I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's reality TV, and I don't think anybody should sign up to be the bad guy in that way. And I think all of them either get tired of doing that shit, or they feel bad after for some of the things that they've done in order to create that moniker for themselves. So essentially, I didn't fuck with it then, and I still don't fuck with it now. But to see Kenya come out of it the way I saw Tammy come out of it, I love Tammy, okay? I've been rooting for Tammy for a while now, and I feel like Tammy is somebody I actually really got to see go to therapy and do the work and work on themselves, and I really, really love her for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, watching her on, you know, the Real World Reunion shit, like, Tammy has grown leaps and bounds, and I love her for that. And seeing Kenya this season, Kenya has felt so light, so on it. So, I mean, honestly, she's owned her shit. She's been straight up. And I have loved seeing this side of her. And I feel like this is the side of her that is there behind the scenes, but we weren't really we weren't getting the opportunity to see that version of Kenya. I think Candy and them got a chance to see that version of Kenya before we did. But either way, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really listen. I appreciated her energy on Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, but I still feel like she did that shit that she does when she plays with Cynthia, and she knows what she's doing because she knows that Cynthia is sensitive. So I feel like she be fucking with her in some respect when they were on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. Not to say that Cynthia don't have bullshit with her too, because she does, but Kenya knows how to manipulate Cynthia, and I think she was doing it on the Girls Trip shit. But that's neither here nor there. When it came to the Marlo situation, I was 100% on Kenya's side. Even this past episode, and we'll get into that right after this, because I'm going to go live and do Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, and Real Housewives of Dubai. So we'll get to that in a minute. But I'm on Kenya's side with this, because my point, and I said this to people, because people was coming at me sideways about it, but I just feel like Marlo is putting 20 on 10 by getting on the news and doing an interview about the robbery. I think it was a way for y'all to feel bad for her, for y'all to know that she really does love and care about her nephews. Oh my God, I heard my nephew scream, and we went into the panic room, like all of that. Like, I'm sorry, it's for our benefit. If the little boys were actually in the house, which I'm not doubting that they were, they probably were where she was or closer to her than, oh, I heard them scream, all of that shit. And even if it was 100% true what she said, why are you the only celebrity that did a news story about it? That was thirsty as fuck to me, to get up there with that very performative news reporter and tell that story. And all Kenya was saying was, nah, bitch, when I was trying to have a real conversation, about it, you wasn't trying to do that. And then we had some chick, Brittany, somebody that I don't know and I don't care to know, coming out to defend Marlo and speaking about text messages between she and Kenya. And I'm like, bitch, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Kenya was not insinuating that the robbery didn't happen. She was saying that Marlo's energy behind it is fucking fake. Because if she really felt that way, then she would have had the conversation I was trying to have when I was trying to bring somebody on, a security expert, to talk to us about what we could do to make sure we're all safer, since it seems as if this is happening to a few people on this show. As Kenya explained in that clip, it had happened to Candy, it had happened to Marlo. I think she said it also had happened to Drew. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why... Girl, what? It was the same thing that Marlo did in the episode the other night. All of that woe is me shit. True, celebs and ATL been getting robbed left and right, and Marlo was the only one on the news. And people don't want to see that Marlo is using that to manipulate people, just the way she used her nephews and their story to manipulate people to get her peach. And it's just all disingenuous. It's all fugazi as fuck. I understand why Kenya don't want to deal with her. I wouldn't want to deal with her either. I wouldn't want to give her any moments. You want to earn that check, bitch? Earn it off your own back and not off mine. How about that? Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to discuss before I get off of here and then come right back on. But I gotta go check on my baby and make sure he don't have to use the bathroom. But yeah, y'all, I don't be here for the foolishness of it all. Okay. Oh, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all something I did see. I didn't save it, but did y'all see Lil Haley? Hanging with Krishan and Blueface? I done told y'all that I do not do Krishan and Blueface, okay? Because it's giving toxic, it's giving unhealthy, it's giving drug use, it's giving alcoholism, maybe. It's giving a lot of things, girl, okay? And we just don't want the cute little Disney kid girls to get swept up. But I'm going to tell you what's going on, because, see, I remember I used to be like this too. Let me tell you what's going on. So what's going on here is that you are a girl not of the hood. So when you get around hood people seem cool and fun. And then you hang around them for a little bit longer and you figure out that they have some deep fucking issues that show themselves in the most ridiculous ways. It'll be the simplest thing, and now bitch in your face going off on you talking about you looked at her nigga funny, or you know what I'm saying? All in your face. Oh, what you think you all that? Oh, because she, and just jealousy. They'll be jealous of you. They'll be hating on you. They'll have their own bullshit. They'll be pretending to be cool so they can get close to you, also that they can use you. And when they figure out they can't use you the way they want to use you, then they mad. I'm just telling y'all, I grew up hood adjacent, and I also have hood family members. In New Orleans, you kind of drift back and forth if you can, okay? And I could, so I did. And the one thing that I learned, okay, especially from a lot of my girlfriends' people, is that everybody is all well and good when they allowing y'all to do shit that your strict parents don't want you to do, okay? But ultimately, they curse their grandmamas out, and they have no base level respect. They say anything to you. They don't give a fuck. They get to a place where you just be like, oh no. How we got here? And I just feel like there are a lot of us that learned that lesson. Okay? There are a lot of us that learn that lesson. So we learn when we see certain people not to get involved with those people too deeply, because those people always end up spreading around their fucking chaos. And it ain't everybody that grew up in the hood, y'all. Understand me. I just told y'all. Okay? But you know what I'm talking about. Okay? No, the Disney kids be something else too. No, they do. But they be on another level and they don't know that yet. They don't recognize it yet. They think that everybody's just young and trying to be free and have fun and live their lives. And it's like, no. No. Some people are agents of chaos. Okay. All right. Yes, I feel like this is when the sheltered girls meets the hood and they just gonna have to learn a lesson. Thank you, DM Rocks, for the super chat. Are you gonna talk about this whole situation with Keke Palmer and Zendaya? Y'all want me to talk about that? Okay. Girl, I would never curse my granny out either. I used to think that was crazy, but it happened right in front of me. Showing the fuck was cursing her granny. Look, and they was cursing each other out like they was two grown women. I said, oh, okay. And then that's when I know, like, I used to be around people that would act cool with me. And then at some point you just find out they don't like you. And it's for no reason. You have no idea. Like, girl, I used to be like, wait, what did I do now? Like, now I'm just like, fuck all y'all. You can just feel however you want to feel about me, but I'm going to just be me. A part of my therapy is not making apologies to you motherfuckers no more. Okay? And so I'm going to do what my therapist said. And I'm just going to, I'm going to speak on it when I feel. And I'm going to be myself. And you either fuck with it or you could not fuck with it. Okay? So by the time I get to 45, we ain't having these conversations no more. Okay? Looking forward to it. Let's do it. So y'all wanted to talk about Keke. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, before I get into this, did I tell y'all that I met Keke in person one time? Can I gush? So I met Keke in person. She interviewed at the news station when she was doing a movie down here in New Orleans one time. And I have to find that picture. But I got my picture with her, and y'all, Keke gives the best hugs. This was kind of when I felt that Keke wasn't all the way straight, but it didn't come out until later. But she just hugged too good for a straight woman. No disrespect, straight women, but unless y'all like really like somebody, y'all ain't about to give them no real good hug like that. Keke gave a real good hug, girl. Them arms reached all around my back. I was like, oh, Keke, not with this good hug like this. I said, bitch, please do not run into me again in life, okay? Because we have similar face structures, and you know how you be attracted to people that look like you. She's just taller than me, but you know what I'm saying? That's not the point. Anyway, Keke. Yeah, Keke's bi. Yeah, Keke's bi. Yeah, that's what I want. You and the gaydar. Yeah, no, she said that though. But I felt it in the hug, girl. I felt it in the hug. She said, I think that's why people think I'm bi when I'm not. Don't blame us for feeling that way. Blame mean ass women that can't never just be nice for no other reason than they want for you. Okay, listen. I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, let's get into y'all comparing Keke and Zendaya. Okay, so where did it start? Let's see where it started. Okay, so Melinda Edge said, I'd like someone to do a deep dive on the similarities and differences between Keke Palmer and Zendaya's careers. This may be one of the clearest examples of how colorism plays out in Hollywood. They were both child stars, but their mainstream popularity is very different. They are two incredibly talented Virgo queens who each have an Emmy, but in different categories. Keke Palmer has done so much through her career, yet people are saying #Note Movie is her breakout role. #Euphoria is what is considered Zendaya's breakout role, but that makes sense. The reason I chose Zendaya is because she's considered to be mainstream. Is also a triple threat, act, sing, and dance. Was also a child star, and the similarities goes on and on. But if Zendaya was darker, I don't know that she would be considered mainstream by their definition. It's so interesting seeing the conversation around Keke Palmer having her breakout or superstar moment. And it's wild we live in different worlds, because in my household, Keke been a star for forever. A Killer and the Bee was my dad's favorite movie. It went triple platinum in my home, and she couldn't be more correct. I feel the same way. When I tell y'all my daddy watched that, girl, I don't know what it was about people parents loving the Keely and the B girl, but I swear to God, we had that shit on VHS. Okay, the comments and quotes are exactly why the colorism in Hollywood conversation will always be surface level. People take acknowledging colorism worse, and there's more of a divisive tool than colorism itself. We'll never be able to have true dialogue on it, and that's why it'll continue. Keke's net worth is 7 million and Zendaya's is 20 million. Keke has been a mainstream success since her career began and has put in substantially more work. She should be one of the highest paid entertainers in the game. So yes, colorism. Y'all, this is the moment that I agreed, because the whole time I was like, I don't know if I would say that, because for me, I wouldn't even compare them. I wouldn't have even thought to compare them, but it is true. There are two, chicks that, but Zendaya is younger, isn't she? I thought Zendaya was like in her mid-20s versus Keke, I believe, is closer to my age. Like Keke might be, what, 33? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like born in 89, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think she like 1 year younger than me. But, oh, I love Keke's Southern insults. Oh, don't even get me started. I love that shit. Okay, I thought Keke was like 30. I thought she was closer to my age. I guess not, girl. 93. Really? I don't know why I thought Keke was closer to my age. So Keke's 28 and Zendaya's 25. Okay. 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 I don't know why I thought because Keke's an old soul too, and Keke's been around for longer. So I guess that's why I felt like that. But yes, I personally feel like I don't think their careers are really comparable in real life, because I feel like Keke is highly relevant. Keke has done way more things to me than Zendaya has. To me, she is more of a veteran in the game than Zendaya is, even though we have seen Zendaya as a child acting, but I would not call Zendaya a child star. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Zendaya's stardom came with Euphoria, and then like her more, 19 on up 20, years. Keke is like a whole nother vibe to me. And it's very much a leading lady, cemented into, her career. She has done so many things. I mean, having the talk show at one point, like Keke's just always been that girl. So I just felt like it wasn't comparable. But I do understand what the people meant by mainstream, meaning that no matter how much work Keke has done, no matter how many times Keke has been in front of white people, they do not acknowledge white people do not acknowledge her the way they acknowledge Zendaya, because Zendaya looks more white. And I feel like, well, duh. I feel like, well, duh. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like that's the society we live in. It's the same society that at the end of the day, will women of color, really brown skin, you know what I'm saying? Obviously black women, and not mixed, not really light complected, you know what I'm saying? All the other shit. Will these women get the same mainstream success as their counterparts that may seem more Caucasian in phenotype and all of this shit, like Zendaya? The truth of the matter is, it just don't happen like that. Look how hard Viola Davis had to work in order to get where she is right now. I don't know if y'all know, but Viola Davis has been working her ass off since like the early seasons of SVU. Okay? Like, I have been seeing this lady forever. And it wasn't until How to Get Away with Murder that she really, like, her career really took off. And this is when this lady was already in her 40s, after working in her career all of those years, being an excellent actress in several different roles for years. But of course, we can think about, a whole bunch of light complected women that got way more, leading lady roles, or got seen more, even if they weren't A-list. You just saw them more. They were more recognizable for a long time. I can't even think of somebody that's really as comparable. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen for years the difference between somebody being black famous and them being mainstream, which really means white people famous. Okay? Queen Latifah, I feel like What you mean, Queen Latifah? Like, in what way? Because I feel like she's still brown skinned. Paula Patton. Right. More people would know who Paula Patton was at one point than Viola Davis. And that makes no sense. Okay. The Help. Yes. Okay. The Help was when Viola Davis, I feel like she took off before The Help. I feel like How to Get Away with Murder was the real tipping. Aunjanue Ellis is my girl. I love her. I feel like I saw her in person one time and then she ran away from me like a fucking fairy, so I couldn't say nothing. But it was fine. We was at a Jay-Z and a Beyonce concert, so I understand. But either way, let's see what Keke said, because I want to read Keke's response too. Keke said, a great example of colorism is to believe I can be compared to anyone. I'm the youngest talk show host ever, the first Black woman to star in her own show on Nickelodeon, and the youngest and first Black Cinderella on Broadway. I'm an incomparable talent. Baby, this is Keke Palmer. I've been a leading lady since I was 11 years old. I have over 100 plus credits and currently starring in an original screenplay that's the number one film at the box office. #nope. I've had a blessed career thus far. I couldn't ask for more, but God continues to surprise me. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there for me to meet Keke again. Okay, I'm gonna meet Keke again in different circumstances. Okay, like maybe we can go get a drink. Okay, because I feel like I would want to go get a drink with Keke. Keke and Candy were on Watch What Happens Live, and I was tickled to God. Okay, tickled to God. But yeah, I love Keke. I love her response. I love how she had to read y'all down. I loved it. And just a little tidbit about Nope. I went and saw Nope this past weekend, okay, because Lyric was like, we going to see Nope. I'm like, all right, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I'm going to tell you that I feel like it was really good. It was a sci-fi horror film. There were hints of, like, you know, the racism people may deal with, but it was not blaring, uncomfortable, I'm about to die racism, the way we can get from, you know, Jordan Peele movies sometimes. So I want people to keep that in mind, because that's one thing that was on my mind. And I was happy to find out that it was just like a straight up fucking horror film, y'all. Like a straight up sci-fi horror film, kind of OD to the old school ones that came out, like, I want to say in maybe like the 50s and the 60s, like, you know, unidentified flying objects, you know, the really bad graphics in black and white and shit like that. That's what it felt like to me. I enjoyed it, honestly. I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't know what was going on until it was explained. And I feel like there were definitely a lot of nuances and different meanings in it. There was obviously, you know, the OD to the black cowboy that was first filmed for the very first you know, piece of moving film was a black man on a horse. That is glued into this, you know, because Jordan Peele loves to use history with his fantasy, and I love that. It's really good. The meanings will come later. Yeah, I'm waiting on the meanings behind things. I'm sure somebody will do a post about it. Twilight Zone with Alfred. Yes, it gave Twilight Zone vibes for sure. But I thought Nope was good. The best thing about Nope to me was the acting. That was the best part, because that's what kept me on the edge of my seat, was the acting. Daniel is amazing. Okay, everything that Daniel feels, all of his uncomfortability and shit at the very beginning of the movie, you were on the edge of your seat with his breath and his, you know, his shoulders, and however he was feeling, you was just sitting on the edge of your seat with Daniel. And then Keke comes in and gives you like this burst of energy, and it's such a juxtaposition, but she's such a fucking vibe. And Lyric was like, there you go, babe. She, you know, all she wear is cut off tops and shorts. That's you. I'm like, it's hot. I don't know what you want me to do. I look great. You know what I'm saying? Keke looked great. So, you know, there's that. But yes, I think the acting was amazing, and that's what really made it. And yes, the silent dramas, it definitely puts you in the mind frame of that for sure. And there are, of course, some real weird moments that happen, some real up moments that happen, you know. I haven't seen the Black Panther trailer, y'all. I haven't seen it yet. And normally I don't really like that, but if I watch it and, you know, I do another BondyBlue show later this week, I'll come back and I'll talk to y'all about it. But I enjoyed Nope. I enjoy any movie that has really good acting, really good cinematography, and that can take me on a ride. And if you would allow yourself to just go, then you would. I saw some very like weird, people don't really understand Jordan Peele movies sometimes, and that's cool. But it absolutely made sense. I don't know why people were like, I don't know what I just watched. It didn't make sense. It's a horror movie. It's a horror movie, baby. It's a sci-fi horror film, which means there's the protagonists that are trying to do something, live, whatever, and there's the antagonist that's trying to kill and or take over the world. Okay? It's very simple. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. Okay? Motherfuckers was just it's so like I don't even know what I just finished. What? It had a beginning, a middle, it had an end. Okay, it had it had a build up. We got to the precipice. We thought some, you know what I'm saying? We thought some things happened that didn't happen, and then other things happened. We was like, oh shit, it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over. So you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you get to the end. And boom, bow, pow, you got to the end. That's the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. I ain't telling y'all what happened, but you know what I'm saying. It had a beginning, it had a middle, it had an end. I don't understand people that act like the movie didn't make sense, act like people don't understand what happened. It's a fucking horror movie where you expecting to get a diagram after to explain everything that happened to you that you missed. I don't know. Okay, like, I don't know. People just want to watch the same thing happen in movies over and over again. I don't. He gives the real life thrillers. Yes, I loved it. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to come back at 4:30 for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Dubai, and Married to Medicine. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next live. I appreciate y'all so much for coming through. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, clip it, do what you do, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Yes.